Everybody, I'm Paul Gross. Let me update you on what's going on. We have a very struggling warm front here at the southern part of the state. Once it crosses your area, your temperature will immediately jump like 10 degrees. North of it, we have some thunderstorms, but I don't think we're going to see much in the way of severe weather north of the warm front. It's in this warm sector here this afternoon and near the warm front that we have our best chance for severe weather. So we're going to kind of watch these fronts through the course of the afternoon because we also have a cold front to the west that's approaching, and that will provide additional focus for thunderstorm development. And I'm going to show you those ingredients in a minute. But then the front comes through by mid-evening and a much breezier, colder air mass comes in for the next few days. I'll show you that change on the 7-day forecast in a minute. But here are the ingredients we're watching. We have these two fronts here. These are triggers for thunderstorms, and the late afternoon timing means it's the warmest part of the day when things are most unstable. And it is very unstable this afternoon. We have cool air aloft, warm air at the surface. That is a very unstable configuration in terms of getting parcels of air to rise, and that's what gives you thunderstorms. The last thing, and this is most important because we're concerned about tornadoes, is the wind. Now, our surface winds are going to be blowing from basically the south or the south-southwest behind that warm front. But aloft, the winds are blowing from a little different direction. What we're going to watch this afternoon is if these surface winds, these blue arrows here, if they kind of back a little bit and come more from a southeast direction, that creates more wind shear, which would give us more of an opportunity to spin up a tornado or two. So we're watching all of these ingredients, but it does look like we're very likely to get some severe weather this afternoon, and the tornadoes would obviously be the worst of it, and that's what we're focusing on. We are in the enhanced risk for severe weather. We are the nation's bullseye today. Really, this is the highest risk in the entire nation today, so we're watching that. As far as the specific impacts from the storm, again, strong wind damage, hail, large hail that can be damaging, lightning, very high threats there. And then flooding I don't think is as big a threat. We'll have intense downpours, but the storms are moving. They're not staying in one place. And then tornadoes, we do have, again, the possibility to spin up a couple of tornadoes, so we're going to have to watch that carefully. The storms will be, in terms of the ones that will affect us, will be developing to our west in the early afternoon. The best timing for the storms looks like it's late afternoon into the evening hours. Temperatures south of the warm front well into the 70s. North of that warm front, you would stay in the 40s if it doesn't make it all the way up to your area. Now, after today, again, we have that big change. 50s for highs tomorrow and for Saturday. In fact, it'll be real breezy tomorrow, so you'll notice the change, but at least the sun comes back for at least part of the weekend. And then look at next week. Next week, we start warming it back up, and by the second half of the week, we're back into the 70s. And by the way, don't forget, next Wednesday is our first Weather Radio campaign day of the season. We'll be at the Meyer store in Westland.